Hello, this is Ivan for watchandlearn.com, and now that we are running the latest version of Drupal, we are ready to get to some theming. So in today's episodes we are going to theme the header on our front page, but just the front page. So let's get to it. Okay, so first of all, let's define our home page, because as of right now we have this file called page.html.twig, and that file is going to be used no matter what type of content we go to. So if we when later we have some posts, if we click on those posts, page.html.twig is going to load and it's going to display a content on this template. Of course, we don't want that, because we want our front page to be different from all the other pages. So we don't want the front page to look like, let's say, articles page or some other custom post type pages. So first of all, let's open up our console right here and let's see what the Drupal suggests for us. So one of the file suggestions for this page would be, let me just see. So file name suggestions for this page is page.html.twig, which we are using right now. Then page-html.twig, which we won't use. And then we have this page-front.html.twig. So we want to rename our file that. Okay. So I'm just going to and also you can see what template is currently being used to display this page. So as you can see, begin output, and then we have this layout container right here. I don't know if I can. Okay, I will make this a little bit bigger so you can see better. As you can see, we have begin output, themes, custom, and daemon page.html twig, and this is the end of that output. So this is the file that is being used to display layout container and everything within it. So if we go right here and see this layout container, so that's our page. Okay, so we don't want this file to be used, page.html.twig. We want file called page-front.html.twig. Okay, so to do that, I'm just going to rename this file right here. Rename it, and we are going to call it page-front.html.twig as Drupal suggested for us. So let me just see, page-front.html twig. Okay, that's okay, and we press enter, and now this is our new front page. So I'm just going to close this. Actually, I'm not going to close it. I'm going to refresh this page just to see if we are using that template. As you can see, nothing happens right now because it's still calling page.html.twig. So we are going to go to our configuration, and then we are going to go to performance and clear cache. Now if we go back to our site, as you can see, we got our content back, and you can see that the themes, custom, and daemon page-front is currently being used to display this page. Okay, great. So we defined our front page. Next, we are going to do the header of that front page. There are two ways that we can do this. So one way I will call the Drupal way. So that's the way you would use if you want to make a theme and then maybe sell that theme, or put it to be free for people to download, and then they can install it on their Drupal site and change some things in that theme. So that would be the Drupal way. But the other way, which I would actually prefer, but I'm not going to show you in these tutorials, I'm going to show you the Drupal way, quote unquote. The other way would just be, let's say we are doing a header. So instead of calling this page header right here, I would just do, I don't know, I would just delete this and just start writing my HTML for it, uh, putting in my logos, my taglines, and so on. So if I'm doing this custom for a client, for a page that isn't going to be changed that much, or the blocks aren't going to be moved around and so on. But we are going to do it the Drupal way in this tutorial. So first of all, let's look at our header. So if I just click on elements right here and go here, you can see that it's beginning output from core themes table templates block system branding block. So if we go to structure and block layout, you will see that the header region is calling block called site branding. So this is it right here. So this home and Drupal theming, that's the name of our site. So site branding, if we configure this, so click on this, you will see that this is a special block that we get with Drupal. So we have our site logo right here, site name, site slogan. So if I do site logo, I disable it, save block, and then go to my front page. You will see that this home image that was being called disappeared. So that's the way you can configure your blocks, and you can configure your header to do something. So I'm just going to turn this site logo back on. Let's just check it again on our front page, and this home right here appeared again. Okay. So what we want to do, we want to override this file called block system branding block.html.twig. To call, first of all, we don't want it to call, let me just see, we don't want it to call this image in themes custom endymion logo.svg. We want it to call custom endymion images logo.svg. So I don't want to put my logo in the root of my theme. I want to put it in the images folder, as they should be. So to do that, we can see that the block is being called from core themes table templates block system branding block. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to core themes stable templates, and then we have this block right here and block system branding. So of course you won't be changing that file right here. We don't want that, because if you change that file here and you update core of the Drupal, as you've seen in the previous episode, we have to delete the core folder. All the changes you made right here would be gone. So what we actually want to do, I'm not going to copy just this one file, because we are going to be using multiple files from these templates. I'm just going to copy all the templates folder, copy it, and then go to my theme endymion and just paste it in. Okay, where is the paste? It's right here. Okay, so now we have templates folder in our theme, and it's exactly the same as the one we have in our core. Of course, if we refresh this page right now, nothing will change, and it's still going to be calling core themes table block and so on. Okay, so what I want to do now is, of course, go to configuration. Remember, every time we add new files to our theme, we have to clear the cache. So I'm just going to clear all caches. And I'm going to go to my site right now. And if we check out the output of our header right now, we will see that it's calling themes custom endymion templates block system branding block.html.twig. So that's great. So now we can change this file, and when we update Drupal, that file, that changes will still apply. We won't be deleting anything. So let's start messing around a little bit with our header right now. So first of all, I'm just going to go to my theme in my console, actually in my terminal, and I'm just going to start Gulp Watch, as we are going to be doing some CSS and HTML. So Gulp Watch. Now that that is started, I'm just going to put this down here, and I'm going to turn on my live reload. What we're gonna do now is I'm going to go to page-front.html.twig, and first of all, I don't want my header to be in layout container. I want my header to be stretched on the whole page. So I'm just going to take this guy right here, and then I'm going to paste it above layout container and save it. Now that Drupal is refreshed, I'm just going to turn this off. As you can see, Drupal theming and this home image moved to the left because they are not in the layout container. And while we are at it, I'm just going to rename layout container because I don't usually use layout container, I use just container. I'm just going to call it container, and as you can see, the whole site now is stretched over the whole page, because if I go to my CSS folder and go to globals, you will see that I'm calling the layout container right here with Suzy and setting it to be 1100 pixels. So instead of this being layout container, I'm just going to rename it to container. And now my site is back as it used to be. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my page front, and in this header I'm going to add a container once again, so the class of container. So I want my page.header block to be inside of a container, but we are going to put an image behind the whole page. You will see. So okay, I'm just going to do that, save it, and now the home and Drupal theming is in line with the site, actually the width of the site. Okay, so right now I have in my images folder this image called hero.jpg. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to go to header.scss. So we are going to do the stylings for the header in that file, and then I'm just going to do, let me see what this header is called. It has a role of banner. I'm just going to add a class to it called main header. So this is our main header, save it, and then I'm going to call it right here. Okay, and I'm going to first of all put some height on it, so let's say 300 pixels. Okay, and then I'm going to put a background image on it. Background, and then we do URL, and then we do, as we are as our file is going to be saved in CSS folder, so once the CSS compiles, we have to call the image like this. So dot images dash actually slash, and then hero.jpg, and it's going to be set to no repeat, and it's going to be, let's say, center. So save this, and as you can see, we have a hero image right here. Okay, so as I said before, if we look at this home image, we can see that it's calling themes custom endymion logo.svg. So we don't want it to call themes custom endymion logo. We want to call themes custom endymion images logo.svg. So to do that, we just go to our templates block. So this is calling the system block called branding, and as we can see here, first of all, this twig command is checking out to see if we have a site logo. So it's actually checking out if we go to structure and then we go to block layout and click on this site branding. It's checking out to see if we check this site logo button right here. So if we don't have it, it won't call the image. Also, one more thing about Twig. So when you see this, so when you see those, let me just make this bigger. When you see these curly braces, then percentage, it's telling Drupal to do something. So to apply some logic. So that's why we are calling it this if statement inside this curly braces percentage. So it's telling to do something. But when you want to write something on the page, you wouldn't do curly braces percentage. You would just do double curly braces, like right here. So site logo, image source, site logo. Okay, so I'm going to just delete this. And as you can see, the site logo is going to take us to our site when we click on it. So this line right here is standard href tag, and it's calling path front. So it's calling front page, and it's giving it some title and some this rel attribute right here. So now we want to change this site logo. So there are a few ways we can do that. We can of course just take our image that I have in images right here, logo.svg, and I can just put it in the root of my theme. Also, what we can do, we can go to our administration, then go to appearance, and then on our theme we click settings and then click global settings. And as you can see here, use the default logo supplied by the theme. We don't want that. So what we want is actually to define a path to a custom logo. Also, we can upload a logo image if we want. So our logo can be in a public folder with images that we upload to our site, or we can call it from our theme. So I'm going to do this. I'm just going to do themes custom endymion images and do logo.svg. Okay, now save configuration. Okay, and then if we refresh this page, we should see a watch and learn logo right here. We can also, if you don't have a SVG image, you can just change this to PNG. So save configuration. This is a different logo, so this is that type of a logo. Okay, but I'm going to change it to SVG and save it. So if we refresh the page, now we can see that our logo is being called from themes custom endymion images logo.svg. Okay, so right now what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to style it a little bit. I'm going to actually add an h1 tag right here, h1, and wrap it around this href tag. Okay, and I'm going to give it the class of logo. Equals logo. Save it, and then I'm going to go to my header.scss and just do logo width, and I'm going to use a Suzy class for this. So actually I'm just going to do include span, and let's say 2, and then I'm going to say emg max width, so that my image would be the same size as the logo container. So max width 100%. So the maximum size of this image will be 100% depending on this logo container right here. So as you can see, the logo right now is much smaller. Okay, and the next thing I want to do is remove this Drupal 8 theming. So you probably already know how you can do that. One way is going right here and just clicking configure block. So if we click that, we can just turn off site name and save block. Because as you can see in this file, it's checking, it has an if conditional statement, it's checking if the site name is turned on, and if it isn't, then it won't show this code right here. So I just turned it off, and as you can see, we have to refresh it. As you can see now, we just have a plain old header, and we have watch and learn logo right here. In the next episode, we are going to learn how we can add a menu right here, and also we will make some pages so that menu could lead to somewhere. Okay, so this is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. In the next episode, as I said, we'll be doing menus. You can follow me on Twitter or on Facebook. You can like this page if you actually like this video. If you like it, you can even subscribe to my channel if you like this kind of videos. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next one.